Hey there. I will probably not be able to update this map this month because I will probably concentrate on fixing my spook map that is way too imperformant and janky since way too long, but I had not the time and motivation to do that because it is such a big project and it would eat up so much time. And the more you learn, the more you're like, oh, I see how much I would need to change there. But this month is October and it is the most fitting time to fix a spook map. My very first project that is about, why everything here is a bit like a spook house, like an old manor? It is because I love this style. And Demon Hour was my first project, my first map, the first time I learned stuff about world creation and things. And I took the house of my grandma and rebuilt it, kinder, just with the spooky touch. So it is a very personal project that is now so unperformant. And now of course, I know I learned so much that I know why it is so unperformant. And I will definitely fix stuff there to make it pleasant again to visit there. And yeah, which month would be better than October? So I will do it now. Uh, some people are told me that they are afraid because VRChat changed user community agreements, whatever. They did not really. They just changed some wordings there. Kind of the only thing that I didn't know as I scrolled through it was like if you do a private instance, for example, for your party or so, and you post that private instance publicly, like on a big Discord server or on X, then it is a public instance. So you're not allowed to be cheeky in your private instance when you share the link publicly. But everything else is just like it always was. And of course, the first point on the list was sexual activity theme because that is something that is kind of one of the three big things that happen in VRChat, like movies and chill, like playing games, shenanigans, being creative, and yiffing around. Especially after a year ago, the mobile access started. The community is quite young here in VRChat. But yeah, if you want to do cheeky things or so, don't do it in public lobbies or so. Just come here. You ever tried out some new avatars just to see then that so many of these are marketplace avatars you can't favorize and look in for your own later? Here is an option. Include marketplace. Turn that off. Search again. And then you just have avatars you can take home with you and check cozily. Also, you saw, besides your slider for the zoom, for the point of view, field of view, you also now have a E for exposure, what makes everything brighter or darker if you want some artistic effects or so. I also heard that it will be possible to log in via Discord now. Like also you can log in via Steam, for example. Welcome back to my cult map. That is quite some time, hasn't it? I changed a few things here. The lighting is different now, and it is more performant. It is still crossplay, but we have now baked light maps. I didn't want to do that because of the 100 megabytes thing. That is so annoying. But can't help. But yeah, better lighting also means something like this glow here is now affecting the surroundings more, like you can see. So emissive materials are fancier when we bake the lighting. Also, there are more blueberries here, but the blueberry mechanic is a bit weakened. You know, because I'm the blueberry fox. Whoever steals and eats blueberries here makes me smaller. And I also had a little mechanic that you don't know that I tweaked that just works on me here. The size stealing thing in there is also the cooldown is now in 15 minutes to not bug people too much. Of course I updated the size of the statue or the coins in the temple. And oh, it is night. Since quarter a year with an update, the night time, the day-night circle was kind of dead, and I fixed that together with a few more things that needed to be fixed. If you search for the blueberry bowl, it's in here now. I also not just changed the lighting, but I tried to change the texts. People told me that they can't read them, so we have less bloom in the world. The lighting in here should be a bit more supportive to read the stuff in the books, and the the text should also be way higher quality on PC. I'm very sorry, we have like 70 pages of text here. Otherwise, I would have to do everything with just Unity text, and then it wouldn't look as fancy as here. But I hope you can read it now. I mean, the bean that are interested in it. When you click, for example, for the pause, and you then just try to leave the temple, then the paws are gone again. It was always so difficult to just find the invisible buttons here in the air, the triggers to click. But now when you cast for more or pause, you just leave the temple and automatically it will be gone. That is also more convenient. I don't have too many plans with this map here in future because, for example, we already hit kind of the 100 megabytes for questies. And because VRChat is still in medieval times with this limitation, you can't have very big worlds with much stuff in it. Crossplay. The spooky red window light trick here was usually just visible when you entered the whole thing, and from here it would disappear, but it now is not longer disappearing. Is it perfect now? No, of course not. This is also still quite a bit bright, but it is definitely better now. Oh, this weird testing map again, huh? Yeah, it originally was my testing world for new Unity stuff. I just added climbing on stuff here and also walkable armature because I thought it would match the theme of the world, make stuff easier, wouldn't it? So, yeah, works now. Oi, about time to fix stuff on my own worlds. It is now. Again? Here, I just changed that me in this world here in the chill out has now the exactly same current textures that I also have when you click on the most current textures, you know? Yay! Did you know that if you don't like menus, you could just aim for the canines and toggle the menus when clicking the canines? It is just a trick for people that don't like user interface around, you know? Now you know. The world that was officially not meant to be a macro map, huh? I changed a few things. You see here, you have walkable armature now in this world here, just because it matches. Also, we had quite a few things that were not so good. I made that you can view more in the distance, and for bigger players, you also have now mountains in the distance everywhere, so it doesn't look so quickly cut off. Also, it's a bit less bloom because bright avatars were really bright. And the potion here, this one here had problems that if you once used it, it would also be used again for everyone that already used it once. This bug is also fixed now. Same with the bug that people that were too big in this world falling through the colliders over and over again. This is also fixed. So this map here is now working again. Oh, hey there on my Swaggan map. I plan to update it indeed because I try to make some things a bit more convenient here, maybe add a little extra. But what I can say what changed by now is that the two avatars here in the back, the one with face tracking and the one that I am in right now because I don't have face tracking with gestures, is now the most current version of the Swaggan. As I made this word, the Swaggan was heckin' new. It was the first version of the Swaggan ever out. And so I also had these, the very first version, but we are now with 1.4. So it's the most current one now that I brought here to look heckin' similar to the bean here in the world. Yep. For example, changes like having an uvula or and better animation and stuff, and a few little janks fixed that I found. Yep. When I have the time, I will also bring the 1.4 version on the bean here in the world, and stuff will be here in future. But for now, it is the Spooktober, so I have quite something to do. Because I don't know if any one of you know, but my very first map that I ever did was Demon Hour, what was a spook map, and I haven't done anything there for more than 1.5 years, and I learned so much, and the map is so super imperformant. If you dare and you have a very strong system, like at least an X3D CPU and at least 3070 or 4070, yes, you can try it, but it is so unperformant. I will tackle that problem this month for Spook Month. I am sorry I wasn't much around recently. During the October, I was totally stuck in my Spook project. I didn't really update much things. I just made my new Demon Hour Chapter 1 map. And that was so much work, you can't imagine it. Yeah, I had my posts here and there, especially on X. But usually I do many things and then I plan for 1 or 2 weeks daily posts. Because what I really don't like is when artists are like, you hear nothing about them for a year and then they come back. And they come back and throwing like 100 pictures, submissions in for Affinity. And then you see like one wall, just one artist. I don't like that behavior. I don't like to not see of the artist for like a year. And then the artist telling me, here, I want you to look through 100 pictures right now. This is not a good pacing. So usually I do many things in VRChat. I test stuff. I meet people. I do more and more pics, whatever. Usually I'm just once or twice a week in VRChat because I'm so busy. But then I plan the stuff. So yeah, even when I'm busy, there is still something on hold to be posted, usually. But I was super busy recreating my apartment by measure, you know. I really used the measure tape to get all the right sizes and do my apartment 1-on-1. I have much stuff, as you can see when you visit my world. It was a ton of work. I will get to that in more detail in a Patreon post. If you want to know, then join my Patreon. You can just follow and fine. In future, I will give more insights into what I'm doing there. I bet you're bugged that the collider button is doing nothing with the collider on the bed in my home world. Well, I'm bugged about that too, but it is fixed since July. The problem is I have not rolled out a new update because usually I don't want to bug everyone with an update every few days when I see a little thing that I changed, you know. Usually I roll out an update when many things are fixed and new things are applied. I had not the time because I always had other projects, but yes, it is here in my mind. I want to give you more characters on this map. I want to fix some bugs. I want to bring persistence in a few things here.
I want to, yeah, definitely address a few little janks that are here. Maybe I have the time to enhance a few already existing things. Also, the whole war system there is not perfect right now. And also, there is an auto nom system that I implemented that is not working so far, and I want to test what it's needed for it to work. I will figure that out later in November, December, definitely. I think that until Christmas, you will have definitely a few updates. This map, the Yoshi's Island map, the Demon Hour map, all these maps will have updates, and you have a little new map. The new map, don't expect too much. It is a little community thing I will give you, because I think it is a cute idea. In future, I would love to do more. I would love to do more cooperation work and not just everything my own. So I'm also there. We'll talk to people. So yeah, I just hope you had a nice spook season, because I was so busy. I have the feeling that I kind of missed spook season. It is a bit hurtful. I like Halloween, I like the spook season, and I was so in my work that I kind of ignored everything left and right. And now Halloween is over, and I sit here and I feel like I had no real Halloween. I just had a little late Halloween stream because I was sick, and still I tried to give a fat Halloween update to my map, and so November. Now it's November. The home world here is super cool and cozy and has much stuff, and the Swaggan world nails one thing. And I think it is a better idea to do more little maps that nail one thing than to have a map that tries to be everything. Same is going with my Demon Hour map, you know. I thought, oh, I want my apartment in VR. But then, oh, I also want to make a spook project. So I make a spook project in my apartment. And then, oh, I watched this movie in cinema. I want to do an effect in this map too. Or wouldn't it be cool? As I was a kid, I watched The Ghost Castle. It's like a film, a movie, and there was an effect like the wall could speak, and I want to bring this into my. Oh, I love Phasmophobia. Why not putting ghost hunting stuff there? Oh, I just watched Demon Slayer. I want to make like an infinite castle. Oh, I have no time. I just take a few of the office assets and change them, and then I can have a little infinity office and whatever. Don't feature creep. Dear people, concentrate on what you're really planning to do there and do that. And the other stuff, do on other occasions. But this is definitely also a thing that I learned. Don't overdoing the things. Make them smaller projects that's easier finished, less problematic with bugs, and get it out. And then next project. That is usually better than this map here. Why am I so rarely updating it? Because so many systems are intertwined here. I test so many things, I add so many things, many avatars, many systems, many rooms, many little things that are all kind of connected with each other. And when I change one thing, I ignite the possibility on 10 other points. I break stuff, and then I have to work over that too, and so yeah, that's the reason why I don't update much here, and also the reason why in future I want to make more bite-sized projects. And maybe, my dear beans, maybe I need to do in future an own Patreon game. I have a game idea in my head. It is like a dating sim, but not as a visual novel, more like in VR, and you can be there and you choose. So I might just dig deeper and try to do it in Unity without the base of VRChat and create a game for Patreon, because I also need to live on something, and that will be heckin' a ton of work. Oh, I see you, and stay good beans.